Hey all, what's up? It's Jan, and welcome back to the Anycon Network channel. This is probably the first video that's, well, first of all, me in front of the camera, as well as not a random, concert or people performing on the streets or whatever. Anywho, this video is on, well, it's a little bit on Magfest. So, for those who don't know, I like starting off the year going to Super Magfest, which is at the National Harbor, the Gaylord National Resort, National Harbor, Maryland. And I've been going for a couple years nowadays. This is my 2025 badge. Let's work backwards. This is 2020, 2024, 2023, 2022. So I've been attending for a couple years now. For those who don't know, another way you can support your conventions, besides actually attending them and buying their badges, is by, one, donating to them directly. A lot of these conventions are non-profits. I mean, there are some that are for-profit, but Magfest in particular is a 501(c), so it's a non-profit, which means if you donate directly, it tends to be tax deductible. Just double check the terms there, just to double check. But another way to support your convention is to buy their merch. So sometimes when you buy your badge, they give you the opportunity, or when you register, they give you the opportunity to, pre-order merch. What I actually didn't realize I did when I bought my badge for 2025, I was focusing on making sure I had a slot in the hotel block. I actually pitched in for the $99 Emerald tier merch bag, so I actually had to have them ship it over to me, because totally did not know that. Anywho, I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing or unbagging of this bag, and then just talk a little bit more about, supporting your favorite conventions. So, let's get started. Alright, so here is the bag. This is the first time I'm trying to use this overhead camera here. So, first of all, it comes in a drawstring bag. There are a couple things that are usually provided. I believe they have 3 tiers, if I'm not mistaken. They have the t-shirt tier, they have the emerald tier, which is this bag right here, and I think there is some crazier tier that if you had the emerald tier or the... Let me double check what these are. 1 second. So they have 3 tiers of merch, or kick-in merch, I think is what they call it. They have the t-shirt tier, which is a t-shirt, lanyard, and a Magfest pin. Then there's the emerald tier, which has a lot more stuff. And then they have the maniac tier, which is $200. T-shirt is, I should go back to prices. T-shirt tier is $35. The emerald tier is $99, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just doing this all from memory. And then the Maniac tier is $200, and I believe there is another tier. If you pre-ordered with Maniac, you had an opportunity to pitch in for more. So there's that. This is the first time I am opening, well, we're seeing the contents of the bag. I just want to make sure there was stuff in here. So nice drawstring bag, which is cool. And if I open up the bag, there's a couple things here. I guess this is a sleeping mask with some Sonic sort of themed eyes. Sonic was the theme for it this year. There is a something. We'll take a look at this in just a bit. Alright, Future Jan here. Apparently I completely forget to unbox this later in the video, so let me unbox it now. It says Pango, the pangolin. I guess this is the mascot for Magfest 2025, or one of them at least. It has nutrition facts. It has 0 calories. I guess you could read it here. Let's see. Polyurethane foam, acrylic dye. Lots of love, so that's good to see. I think I know what yes, it is. It is... Anyone remember, when you had an ice cream truck? Does anyone remember ice cream trucks? You had, the Sonic-themed ice cream? Well, there you go. There's your little Sonic-themed ice cream thing. I'll show you on this camera, too, if this would stop focusing on my face. So, yeah, don't eat. That's cute, though. Stress ball, I guess, maybe? I don't know. But, okay. Back to past Jan. Here is some stickers. So cool. Magfest. Oh, these are, I believe, tattoos. Okay, cool. Those temporary tattoos. I'm not sure my autofocus isn't working. Can you wanna focus? There we go. All right. So some tattoos, I suppose, and you tell you how to apply these. Autofocus ain't doing stuff right now. Let's see what else. Cool. A little drink cozy, so you can, put your drinks in there and not burn yourself or freeze your hand, which actually is a pretty good thing if you were at Magfest and you went to Starbucks or ordered an ice drink for some reason. It was cold this year. Not as bad as the other years, though. Here is the t-shirt. I believe I pre-ordered the large. So, XL. Cool. Magfest supporter logo t-shirt. Cool. And there's a lanyard in here as well. So there is that. I am sorry the autofocus is not working. I probably didn't change the settings, and I'm not going to be bothered to change it for this first video. There'll be plenty of videos in the future where I fix that. This is a chili dog scented car air freshener, I suppose. You could take a look at that. Maybe this will autofocus a bit better. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Magfest. That's funny. And then this is cool. Let me see if there's anything else before I go into that one. And then there's a little Sonic-ish or Magfest mascot, 2025 mascot themed little race car thingy. So let me see if the camera will focus. There. Now, let me open the bag and then I'll share it from the camera. Let me get it out of my way so it focuses. There you go. And then let's see if it comes back to me. Cool. Awesome. All right. So this is a little cool gadget. This is what they do this every year for City Magfest. They call it the Swag. And it's a little cool accessory. Most people just put it on their lanyard. And I need to get 2 AA batteries. 3 AA batteries. Yeah. Let me grab those really quickly. I always love how these are like bare PCBs, so there is that. So here is the Swag and all its... I wish this would autofocus. This does not autofocus correctly. There we go. All right, so here is the Swag. It's basically a little video game accessory thing. And there are a couple modes you can do here. So yeah, let me go into battery mode. That was cool. Okay, this is the first time I'm actually like using this in person. So I don't think my original one had. Oh, there we go. There you go, Magfest Swag. Hopefully you can see all this. This is, yeah, cool. All right, so it has buttons and stuff. So cool. There's a little tutorial. So there's a D-pad. A button, B button, there's a pause button, there's a touch, oh! Yo, that's sick. It has a touchpad here, so... Okay, that's pretty awesome. Here's scroll. Oh, yeah, maybe if I do it correctly. There we go. Tilt it has tilt, it has a gyroscope, yo, that's sick! Okay, that's awesome. The bunny from the bottom made to hold the swing. Bunny on the bottom. Wait, what? There's a... Okay, hold on. You should not try looking at the bunny from the bottom. You may need to hold the Swag over your head. Oh! Okay, this is really hard to see. Okay, so it's a gyroscope. You could, there we go. And there's a microphone! Yo! Wait, the metal dot on the right of the screen is a microphone. Wait, hold on. Wait. Where? The dot? The metal dot? Oh, this thing. So this is the... There you go. Yeah, so I could tell that it's... And there's a speaker. That is cool. The volume dial is on the top left. There you go. Okay, that's cool. Alright. This is fun. I'm doing this for the first time. If the speaker sounds a little fuzzy at high volume, that's okay. Just means happy, sure. Menu button, quick settings. Okay, so you can do LED brightness, screen brightness. Okay, that's cool. And you close that, and then you're now Swag. Okay. It says you are now Swag certified. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Hold menu to exit the tutorial and get started. Okay, sure, let's do it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got games, music, utilities, credits, settings. Okay, hold on. But before I continue, let me give a bit of context on the Swag. These are little gadgets and little sort of DIY things that are, were built by the Magfest team. Let me grab my other Swag. All right. So this is the Swag I got from 2021 or 22, whenever they had the Doom themed one. So this was the Swag. You have it hooked on something like this. This supposed to be a chainsaw. And I mean, they also came with these little not didn't come with it. You might have to purchase separately. This is a programmer for the Swag, so like you can install games and stuff. I don't know if this battery is still good, but oh yeah, it is. So, yep, it has lights and everything. So these gadgets are really cool. I'm gonna play around with the this one a bit more before we keep going. There you go. Like you can like put this on and you would know you've had a Swag, and that's why they call it a Swag. You could basically wear it as a badge. I mean, these things are a little bit, I mean, they're pretty sturdy, but they could be a little fragile depending on what you're doing. All right. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. So for this one, if I wanted to, I guess, do it this way, because there's a little dot here, so I could have added it like this, and then there's my Swag. Yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be a hot dog, so there is that. So light dances, oh cool, so you could do like light dances, so, you know, or light effects basically. You could change it, you could do red, green, blue, ketchup, cool, yeah, make sure you have ketchup, mustard, relish, mayo, that's cool. So you could play around with that. I'm gonna go back to, right, how do I go back? I guess I can hold menu to go back. There you go. So you can do different games, that's cool. Something's installed. Music. Oh, there's a sequencer? Yo, this is cool. I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but this is cool. Okay, utilities, gamepad. I guess you can use this to, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff going on with this Swag. I'll probably make a whole dedicated video on the Swag and really any of the other Swages. I'm pretty sure Magfest has their own videos, but me just going through these for the first time, maybe you just want a different experience, a different take on it. Anywho, again, the main focus of this video is to sort of show that you can support your favorite conventions by purchasing their merch. Maybe they don't make the largest margins, but it does help out a little bit. A lot of conventions, at least nowadays, especially after the whole pandemic, are struggling to survive. A lot of them have disappeared. A lot of them are student-run, so there are some conventions that were started by anime clubs at local universities, and, you know, sometimes they struggle to, you know, keep afloat. So the only way that they get support is through donations, through selling merch, or even other campaigns that they do. So this is just one small way that you can help support your convention. Magfest has these different tiers of merch, kick-in merch, so these help out, I'd imagine, a little bit or a lot. I don't know. I'm not a convention runner at this point. Let me open this bag and show you what you got for the t-shirt. Oh. You know what? I put my own batteries in here, but I didn't realize it has 2 AA batteries. Wait, this takes 3 AA batteries, though. What the heck? Okay, whatever. Maybe it runs on 2. You could just run on 2. Well, that's cool. So I guess this is just Magfest. Their merch is provided by Fangamer, so there's a little brochure for some of the Fangamer stuff. And I guess this would have been useful if I was at the convention and you went to the Fangamer booth and you could see exactly what they have for sale, like some vinyls and plushies and all that fun stuff. Here's another sticker. Cool. And then a little Undertale, or Deltarune, sorry, card. So that is cool. What else is in here? There is the official lanyard, which I guess I could switch out my, or I could just put my Swag on it, not like I'm at the convention or anything. Alright, cool. So, Magfest lanyard, so that's pretty cool. I always judge my lanyards by how well the clasps are, so let me see, you can see it here. Nope, don't focus on me. There you go. So you can see that's a pretty sturdy clasp, so that's pretty good. Let's see what the t-shirt looks like. Alright, this looks like a pretty good material. What is this, mostly cotton? 100% cotton, awesome. Tagless, great. That's a pretty cool design. Anywho, I think that's going to be it for this video. This is sort of my unboxing of the Emerald Tier Kick-In merch. It's a bit late. It's 2 months, almost 3 months after the convention itself. So there's that. I might do a dedicated video if I feel like playing around with the swag a bit more. So there's that, and let's see what features it has to offer, especially from someone who's looking at it from the very first time. Again, there's probably a video somewhere else on YouTube, but here's my take on it. Anywho, that is it for this video. If you want to follow us for more convention, anime convention, fan gamer conventions, comics, whatever, follow us on Anycon Network here on our YouTube channel, as well as our other social medias. I'll put the links down in the video description, and I'll check you all out on the next one. See y'all later.